Hello, and thank you for joining me for yet another reading. Today I am going to be reading Pony's story, spelled P0NIES. Story is called The Final Letter. I have not read it through it yet, so I am unsure of exactly how things will go. It's bound to be interesting. Let's see how this goes. Dear Princess Celestia, as you may have already known, my time is soon to come. I wish I could say that I'm not frightened of death, as I could have said when I was once a young mare, but that has changed much over the decades. I have learned of how true friendship is a force that cannot be stopped over the powers of time, death, and solitude. But as long as you have your friends by your side, there is nothing to keep you from where you wish to be. I hope that I will be able to see them again, and I wish to be able to tell them how much I appreciate what they have done for me through the years as my best of friends. I have a feeling that they know this, though, and they watch me from wherever they are now, telling me to live out what I can. When you sent me to Ponyville to make new friends, I was hesitant. I just wanted to finish with what needed to be done, and then return to my studies. But you seemed to know what I needed, not only what Equestria needed that day. You knew I needed friends by my side, and how much I would come to cherish their company through the ages. It pains me to know I have lost them as I look back onto the photographs we have together in our youth, to know that we were once those young ponies. To know that the only one left is me. I really don't want to be alone any longer, Princess. These days that I have suffered without my friends have gone on long enough. Since the last of my closest friends, Pinkie Pie, passed years ago, I have sat in this library, pondering on how it feels to die, and whether I will feel any pain when I go. There are many things I fear in this world, and there are many that I have grown to respect and not to fear. One of those is death. It seems to come whenever you need it, even if you don't realize that you do. Such as with Pinkie. I knew that her time was coming. I didn't think to tell her, to let her know that her fate would soon come to kill the spark in her eyes. It would have killed me to see her bouncy cotton candy mango flat and colorless once again. Instead of telling her, I had her arrange a final party. Something that she could come to remember for a millennium to come, even if death did fall upon us all. She was able to organize the greatest party she had thrown since the gala in our early years. She played and danced, sang and partied, all until she knew she was happy with how her life turned out. What she wanted to be as a small nap to regain her energy turned into a slumber to defy the ages. I had always wished that I could tell my friends more before they died. I always knew when one was about to be taken from our existence. I just sat there in my bed, blankets over me, pillow on my face to drown the sobs emanating from my heart as I thought about losing another friend who meant so much to me. It wasn't just losing someone who had been so near to my heart that struck me about each one. It was what they said to me the day of their passing. And I was always the last pony that they had talked to. Each of them told me that I did the best in my life to help them, that they were glad I was a true friend to them. They made sure I knew that they loved me, always embracing me with a hug before I left. Each hug left me with the feeling of their beating heart on my chest, reminded me that they truly loved me for who I was. And as each one passed on, another beating heart was added onto the feeling of my own heavy heart. What was I, a supposed true friend, doing from keeping a secret such as their time of demise from them? Was it even my place to keep such a thing from them? That is a question that I will never know the complete answer to. And even if I do come across it, I can only hope for the forgiveness of the friends I once betrayed. Even if such an act was considered to be for their own good, I feel as if I have let them down. It feels as if I have stolen a piece of their life. In a way, it is good that they did not know their demise. They lived life to a happy end, not knowing how or when it would come to snuff out their spark. They lived their lives to a happy end, and that is something that I'm not sure I can do for myself. I have learned many things, and one of those is to know what a pony who knows so much about the world cannot possibly be happy. How is it possible to be happy when you... How is it possible to be happy when you have both the dark and the happiness in the world, if the dark vastly overpowers the good? Celestia, what I am trying to say to you is thank you. I would like to thank you for being there to help me and my friends out whenever we needed your assistance, and for sending me to make friends. Without you, I would not have learned how great it is to live life with others and spend the days in their presence. Without you, I would not have been able to let go either. You told me to stay strong through these times, and that I will do for you. I sincerely hope that I have lived up to your expectations. I hope that you will never forget me as you live on through the endless ages, as I become a soul lost in endless time. By the time you receive this letter, I will most likely not be around anymore. I will be gone and off to finally learn how death feels. For that matter, I hope it is not too painful. I've always hated pain, although pain can always teach you something, whether it's in your heart or physically. Ever since Spike left, I haven't been able to send you letters as easily as I wish I could have. They always seem to take weeks to reach you through the mail service, but that can be expected since you are royalty, after all. I wish Spike could be here at times, but he's moved on to where he really should be, with the other dragons. He has learned a great deal living with me, and I am glad to have been able to raise such a dragon as himself. Celestia, I would like to thank you once more for everything you have done for me in the ages. Whether it be something large or small, it has always meant so much to me. You have always treated me well, Celestia. At times, I thought of you not just a friend, but as a mother. You were always there for guidance when I needed it most. And when you weren't able to be there, I felt as if you were watching me from above. What is needed from us now, what is needed from you, is to find a young unicorn who has great power, and teach them as well as you have taught me. For you, Celestia, I will never forget a mare such as yourself, no matter how long the vast expanse of time drags on. I love you, Princess Celestia. And may your life be filled with the happiness that some pony can truly bring you. I wish you good luck over the ruling of Equestria. And I know that you will be a great ruler, just as you always have been. Your faithful student, Twilight Sparkle. I'm so sorry I lied to you guys. Distraught and crying, Twilight said to her friends who were standing right in front of her, a forgiving smile plastered on all of their faces. Twilight, I think that I can talk for all of us here. We thank you for not telling us, Applejack said, placing a hoof on Twilight's shoulder to let her know that there was nothing to be worried about. Do you guys really mean it? All of the ponies nodded towards their friend, who had stopped crying tears of shame and sadness, replaced with those of joy. Of course we do, replied Rainbow Dash. I liked being able to relax when it was my time to, after doing awesome flying and stuff. And good heavens, Rarity interjected. Who knows what the stress would have done to my complexion? Well, I got to stay, happy with my animals longer, Fluttershy said quietly in her eloquent voice. Because of you, Twilight, I got to throw the most super-duper awesomest leaving party ever thrown by a pony in all of Equestria, Pinkie Pie said excitedly. As all of the ponies embraced for a hug to welcome their friend, the 5 ponies who had been waiting years to be reunited thought, we're just glad that you can finally be here with us, and know that you did the right thing. Alright guys, that was A Story by Ponies, the final letter. I hope you enjoyed. I will post a link to the original fic in the description below if you would like to read it. Have a good day, fellas. Slashy out.